We'll be in as it counts down.
All right, count down.
I'm sure we are now.
Well, I'm sure we are live.
Hello.
Yeah. No, I have nothing better to do than hang around here all day.
Get ready to start any second, right?
Yeah. Rock and roll, baby. You're going to want to call in today. We're going to be giving away some tickets here to go to the islands. This is Santa Cruz Island for 2 people. It's valued about $175.
Everybody.
I don't see the live feed.
Guess what? No music. Your music is dead. It's so nice to be live. It's so great to be live. And that was our wonderful...
Did we not have an intro?
That was our... Didn't you hear it?
No, actually, I have my headphones off.
Real? Yeah? You need your hearing tested, too, because it
Yeah.
was an awesome intro bumper music.
Was it? Okay.
You know, that's the first sign, I think, when they're going to take you off the air.
Yeah.
Management's coming in.
You bounced that check?
That might be, or they just...
Yeah, they shut me off in the middle one time, right half an hour in, because only half the check was good.
Or it's the content they don't like.
Exactly.
So
They never like that.
Well, it's the little messages like, no bumper music for you, no intro music for you. Hey, welcome everybody. You are live here on Facebook. If you want to look us up, you can find us at on my, I guess, what is it, Tom? They're going to find me through Facebook on...
Well, what did you punch it into? Is it
on mine, Mike Hobbs.
Mike Hobbs. So
Yeah.
you got to go to Mike Hobbs
On Facebook.
instead of doing the smart way and
Go
going
to
to
Rebel
Rebel Realtors Radio.
Yeah.
Why would you think of that?
They won't let you go. They won't let you go live off
Yeah,
the
they
Rebel.
will.
I couldn't find it.
I do it on 805 Live.
I couldn't find it.
Or what am I called? Not 805. I keep saying 805 Live. Live 805 I do it on.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
And no, it's
Maybe
there.
that's the way Facebook
Okay.
telling me they're pulling my account.
Well,
too.
they might, yeah. You know.
So
But
anyway,
are we actually on there, Heidi? Can you find
I
us?
don't see it. But
So okay, so we don't even know if we're live on the radio right now, do we, Spence? No, we might be.
we think we're live.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
live.
we're live. Okay, we're good.
Live on the radio. We're just not sure if we're live on Facebook, but if not, we'll get to it another
Yeah.
time. Hey, this is News Talk 1590 KVTA. I'm Mike Hobbs, and here with Tom Hilton.
Thank
and
you.
we are here with Heidi. I want to say Tillman.
Tillman.
I always want to say Kinlan because I've known you for decades that way.
Well, she got married, what, 2 months ago, 3 months
2
ago?
monster ago, yeah.
So you're still a happy bride?
Yeah.
Is that why you smile a lot?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. So that goes away. After a while, that goes away.
Yeah.
I hope not.
And then you just get cranky, and then you're going to tell your husband what he's not doing right.
Oh, I do that already.
Oh, okay, you already got that part down. Okay, good.
He knew that going in.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
He had that.
There was full disclosure.
Okay, yeah, full disclosure. He just needs to look at her tattoos and say, okay, this chick is going to tell me where to go.
That's right.
All right?
Like a good Rebel Realtor, right?
Exactly.
He knows, yes.
Exactly.
And you are listening to Rebel Realtors Radio here on News Talk 1590 KVTA every Saturday at 11 o'clock, where we believe the time has come to completely rearrange your expectations of how real estate is done. And we have confirmed that we are live on Facebook under Mike Hobbs.
Mike Hobbs, Hobbs.
Right, we'll figure that out. What are we doing today? Let's talk about the show and why we're doing it. We're doing the show because, again, we believe the time's come to completely rearrange your expectations on how real estate is done. We do things very differently. The show is, it exemplifies the rebelishness in us and the audaciousness of Meets and Bounds. For those that you can see, I'm pointing now to our logo up here. But Meets and Bounds Realty, which is the first and only real estate agency in the country to provide a product that is purpose designed to make selling your home more profitable and buying it less terrifying. Nobody else says that stuff. And we do it through a very purpose-designed marketing plan and things that we do to provide benefits that no other agency does. They can't do it, they don't do it, to their clients, so our sellers and our buyers, and that's really what we're all about.
Well, I think one of the things you're forgetting, Mike, and this is big, a lot of people love to have a sign in front of their house for about 6 months, and they love people going through their home
Yes.
and walking around and getting dirt on their carpets. They love that. They enjoy that. I've got a guy right down the street right now, and he's got the same model as I do. His home has been on the market now, and these homes get snatched up, but whatever. I'm going to say he's been out there for at least 2 months, and he's already had 2 or 3 open houses because, you drive by, you see the open house sign when I come home and all that stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I I just ought to knock on the door and say, dude, you want to get that sign off?
Right.
Stick a meets and bounds sign. I don't even know if we need a sign with meets and
Right.
bounds, because in 2 weeks it's going to be gone and you're going to have multiple offers.
Your signs don't sell houses.
No, they mean nothing.
No, they advertise for us because when we put signs in,
Right.
we do pick up some buyers from those. There's no question about it.
Right.
But who's the fiduciary to, and who are you really working for in the beginning anyway, or at that time? We're working for our sellers, and so
Right.
the sign doesn't matter. And especially with all the digital and electronic mediums and channels that
You
are
can
out
see
there,
everything on the internet now.
You'll find it. You don't need to sign it.
Yeah.
So in and of itself, a sign doesn't sell your home.
Right.
And we're going to talk about the difference between our marketing plan and somebody else's that came through, and we're going to show you how most of the industry thinks and why ours is absolutely different and provides distinctive comps. I want to talk about some fun things.
Good.
Because you want to call in a minute because we're giving away some stuff in a little bit, but I also want to talk about tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's a special day.
It's
It is
Father's
Father's
Day.
Yes, it is.
This is the pre-Father's Day show.
Right.
I don't know if anybody got the memo, but that's what it is.
Well, and we're fathers.
Yes, I'm
We're
a father.
I'm a
Happy
father.
Father's Day, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
And my father passed away about 11 years ago, but
Yeah.
wonderful times with him. And now with my kids, we're going to do some fun stuff tomorrow. They say it's my day. They're gonna cook breakfast for me and all
Yeah.
that. I like waffles. I bought a Mickey Mouse waffle for Father's Day for my dad, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was the very last Mickey Mouse waffle maker made in the universe.
So when you close it down, it forms the
Mickey Mouse. It looks like mouse, yes.
Okay.
But it's the only one, and it's steel, and it's built tough, and it's nice, and it has lights that come on and tell you, indicator lights, green and red lights. But they discontinued it. And years ago, because I had to have it for Father's Day, I searched high and low, found the manufacturer, and long story short, through a lot of channels, back in the day before the internet, okay?
Right.
I searched, made phone calls. I finally got a guy, he picked up. They were shutting it down. He was like the president of that division, and he said, look, I've got 2 sitting behind me. I'm taking one home for my family. I'll send one out to you. Because I told him the story. My dad, we've always made waffles on Saturdays with the family. So
Right.
we're doing waffles tomorrow, and I think they're going to let me participate because I like to do that as well.
Very
that's
cool.
Nice.
Father's
Good
Day.
for
How about
you.
you, Tom?
I am going to take my dad and mom to dinner tonight. My dad's 89 years old,
Oh, wow.
going
Great.
strong,
Awesome.
going strong. And we're just going to go over and pick them up, even though they could drive themselves. They're on the road all the time. Pick them up, and we're going to go to Money Ponchos right here in Camarillo.
Yeah.
6 o'clock tonight. And go in there and probably have a margarita or two and some chips and salsa. And
That's great.
Some good food, because Money Ponchos has got some darn good food right here in Camarillo. I gotta
Yeah,
tell
they
you.
do.
They do. They're a nice restaurant to go to. Family owned and operated. Been around a long time. And, so Claudia, hello. She's one of the owners there and one of the daughters there. So very, very nice restaurant.
So we'll find you there with your
Find
mom
me
and
there.
dad. So,
Yeah.
cool.
My kids are out of town, so who knows?
Come over tomorrow if you
No
want
call.
waffles. Come over to my house tomorrow if you want waffles.
Yeah, my wife might come over. She's a waffle nut.
She's a waffle nut. I don't have them very often.
Yeah,
but
I don't
it's
ever
like-
eat waffles.
It's like
you
this
know?
little tradition thing.
I
you know,
get
so
it.
I
Tradition
want
is tradition,
Yeah.
and I love tradition. Funny thing about tradition is that sometimes you think things don't mean much to your children,
Right.
and the thing is, when you forget to do them, is all of a sudden when your 28-year-old or 22-year-old at the time will walk up to you and say, well, why didn't we do that?
Right.
Well, we thought you guys didn't really care. But it's tradition.
Easter
Right.
baskets.
Yeah, you
Our
act
kids-
like you don't care.
And stockings for Christmas.
Easter
Exactly.
baskets, yeah.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
yeah. So the 20-year-olds
Yeah.
will say, hey, where's the Easter basket?
Yeah,
Where's
like,
the Easter
well,
basket?
you mean you guys still want one? I mean, you kind of act like we're just
Now they have razors and deodorant.
Yeah,
in them,
yeah.
and, you know,
Waste my time, waste my money, and all this junk.
There's not as much
you know.
candy in it. It's
Yeah.
more of a utility
Yeah.
type of thing for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But tradition is important in families. And
Yes.
you know what? One of the beautiful things about what you guys do is you put people in new homes, and they can build their own traditions in those homes.
That's
That's really the focus of Meets and Bounds, because you guys are giving back all the time. You're doing things in the community. You're involved in the community. And I really think that obviously the biggest thing you're going to do is buy a home. And once you do, especially when you're younger couples, you got a couple small kids or whatever else, what a feeling of then building your own traditions
Yeah.
in that home.
No, it's
Your own
great.
home, yes.
That's,
You know?
that's what it's all about. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the American dream and all
It
the other
is.
things
It
that we
is.
talk about. It really is the way to do it. And there's a better way to do it. That's the point. There's a better way to do it. Because
Yes.
this industry hasn't been shaken up or nothing new in 50 years. We also use another slogan, which is to describe what we do, is if Henry Ford had asked people what they really wanted, they would have told him they wanted a faster horse.
Right.
They didn't care. We're missing all our sound effects today. I gotta say, we just missed the horse sound effect.
Oh.
This is
Hey, don't wake him up, dear God.
We're on our way out.
I thought when
We're
you
on our
brought
way
that,
out.
I thought when you brought that guy in, there's no more sound effects.
'Cause he's the biggest sound effect.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Oh, the cricket. Okay, the cricket's in, of course.
So real quick, let's also talk about some of the things that link us together in commonality
Yes.
as well. Real estate
Please.
for sure,
Mhm.
and then also food share.
Yes, sir.
And talk about that a little bit because we're proud to be involved in that.
Well, I think that's one of the key factors of Meets and Bounds is that you guys have made a real commitment to be giving back as part of your plan of business. Your business plan says, we are going to, at Meets and Bounds, give back X amount of meals every time we close an order, every time we close a deal, right? Okay. So far, you guys are in the 40,000 meal club. Okay, so you're heading up. I don't know if that means it's getting racier or what.
Yeah.
We're not on an airplane here, but we're at the 40,000 meal club, heading for 50,000 meals that will be provided from Meets and Bounds to Food Share, and you'd have no idea how much that means and how big that is.
By the end of the month, really.
By the
I
end,
think we'll be
by the
by
end of the month, you'll be
Yeah.
at 50,000
Yeah.
meals for people that are food insecure. And I got to tell you, if businesses out there in all walks of life looked at things the same way you guys did, then Food Share would be fine. There would not be any hunger out there whatsoever. We would have everything taken care of.
Well, I think it's an ongoing social responsibility
Yes.
that we've embraced as a company, and we say that it's important. It really feels great when we're buying those meals,
Right.
and allowing people to be helped in that way. It's just it
Exactly.
feels great.
Feels like we're making a real contribution to our county, which is awesome.
And it shouldn't only feel that way, it is that way. I mean, you guys are doing that. You are making that contribution, and that's why I'm a proud member to be on this show with you guys and do anything I can to help your cause out there, which really is changing the way people look at real estate, doing things differently. I love the program here. It's amazing how you guys do things. But then at the same time, when you do something with Meets and Bounds, you are giving to Food Share.
Right.
You're just doing it in a different way.
Right.
Yeah. They're cutting the check, but you're doing it by using them. Okay, so I implore everybody out there to always look at that. You have a lot of choices out there, and there are a lot of choices. And the thing is, you need to look at who's doing what in our community in all walks of life, in all types of business. Support those that support us.
And how do they get a hold of you? Where should people go if they're listening right now?
It's real easy to get a hold of me. I'll give you T, like Tom, Hilton, at foodshare.com. Very easy. T Hilton at foodshare.com. If you get a hold of me and you say, hey, come on over here, let's throw some ideas around. We'll throw ideas around. You'll never get pressure from me. Whether you give me 50 cents or you give me $5 million, it's all, I look at everything the same way.
But you're great about collaborating too. It's not just
Exactly.
about a one-way street.
No, it's got to be two-way street.
Yeah.
We have to work together, and we have to do things together. And part of the reason that I'm on this show is that I want to say Meets and Bounds is doing an incredible job. And we will do whatever it takes for your end so that you guys feel like you're not only giving, but you're getting. So I want it both ways. It's always a win-win. I want it both ways all the time. I'm not one of those guys that goes out and say, hey, we need $10,000, cut me a check for $10,000. No, and that's how most people do this.
Right.
The nonprofit sector is filled with people just going out there and hammering people for money. I don't do that.
But you've got great ideas for creating a sustainable way to do
Exactly.
it. So it's a win-win for Food Share. It's a win-win for whoever you work
Whatever
with.
kind of business it is.
Well, and that's what impressed me
Doesn't
with
matter.
you. That's why we got on board so quickly. And there's also something else that draws us together, which is Orange Vision. I think those people that can
Right.
see it are looking at a pair of orange sunglasses, which we give those away a ton of those away. And we're also going to be out at the Fiesta.
Camarillo Fiesta.
Camarillo Fiesta in the middle of July.
July. 14th, 15th, 16th, is it?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll be out there with our booth with the ping pong balls, the orange ping pong balls going into the fish bowls, and you'll get free glasses galore. And then you're also doing that so you can take a picture, put it on Facebook, enter a Facebook photo contest, and then be a candidate for winning a cruise.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
this
have a
is
lot of
just
fun.
a giveaway
And-
place.
But then the best
This is
part is
it.
orange is the national color of hunger awareness.
Yes. Just so happened.
Just so
Just so
happened.
happened.
Just so
I mean,
happened.
of all the things, it's like, are you kidding me?
So yeah, so
Match made in heaven.
it's really cool. And then we have orange stuff laying around like this, which
Yeah, orange watch, orange this, orange that.
Yeah, orange
I don't have any orange on today. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Put that in
Thank
your
you. I
pocket.
got it now. Okay. Now I'm covered. Okay. I do have orange on me. But hey, let's do this. All you guys out there right now, if you want to take part in this, call in to Spence right now. He'll answer the phone. This week's giveaway, remember, we take phone calls during the show, is going to be 2 people going out to Prisoners Harbor at Santa Cruz Island, being dropped off for the day. Take your sunscreen, take your water, take your beer, take your wine, whatever you want, some food, and go hiking on Santa Cruz Island. It is so much fun. It is so beautiful. And going out there, you're going to see probably whales.
Can I see those?
Yeah, you're going to see whales, all kinds of things.
The contest is
It's
now
over. Yeah, it's
Which
over.
one? Is that
Yeah,
right?
I just took
No.
it. Yeah, I win.
650-1590. Call right now. Spence is manning the phones. 650-1590. Get yourself on the list to win this pair of tickets to go out with Island Packers and go to Santa Cruz Island. You will have a blast for the day.
That
Yeah,
sounds great.
great stuff. I've been out on the water a ton. And so, we live so close to the islands here, and I think a lot of us, and me for many years growing up here, I never went out to the islands.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we kind of take advantage of. When I lived in Long Beach, I was educated down there and owned some properties down there, and
Right.
met my wife down there many, many years ago, and we were right there across the road from Catalina.
Yeah.
And I never went to Catalina. It's like,
To this day, have you never been?
no, I have now.
Oh,
but
because
when I
it's
was-
cool.
when I was-
Catalina's cool.
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
living down there,
Yeah.
I never did, but it's a great place to go. It's fun even
There's
just.
caves and all kinds of stuff out at our island.
Oh,
It's just beautiful.
incredible caves out there, and there's a blowhole out there. There's all kinds of stuff out there. But the neat thing is when you're going out there, is you're in the middle of the ocean, just cruising out there. You're going to see whales. You're going to see dolphin, thousands of dolphin.
Flying fish.
It's
Flying fish are always coming up and going, and you're going to see seals, sea lions. You never know. You can see orcas. Because the orcas come cruising through here. They'll spot orcas once or twice a week. They'll spot a pod of orcas
Wow.
going out there. So it's really an experience. But it's 650-1590. Call right now. Spence will get you on the list there. And at the end of the show, we will draw names for it.
Yeah, and we're going to take a break in just a minute, but when we come back, I'd like to talk about some stories that happened in real estate this last week with us, and talking about some of the things that make us rebels and also make us different, and why that's a benefit to you, the consumer listening, whether you're a seller or a buyer, why it's beneficial to you to have a process that actually takes your needs into consideration first, as opposed to the tradition of selling real estate. Let's break that tradition. Let's be rebels. Let's go crash forward on this thing with Meets and Bounds Realty and show you a more distinctive competency and a better way to sell real estate. So we're going to come back here and we'll see you right after this break.
Tom, can you share his live feed so I can grab it? I can't find it on Facebook at all.
Yes.
And I'm going to share yours. We
Am I giving them a
aren't
wrong
even
number?
officially
No, it's
closed
funny.
off today. It's so
So
fun.
that's why you should
No
have done
bumper
right at the
music,
top of the
doors
hour
are
so
open.
it stay.
Yeah.
First thing you say.
Yeah, true. We'll get it.
Did we find our bumper music?
You know, I'm going to test it on the way out. I changed the date on it.
Cool. Well, this is fun. Hope everybody out there is enjoying it. Hang tight. We'll be back in another minute. Can they hear the?
Yeah, they can hear. Call 650-1590 right now. Get in for 2 tickets to the islands.
Yep. Right now. That's a great gift. Great prize. Hey, and also, when people are on Facebook Live, when we're talking, they can only hear us. They can't hear any of the sound effects. Can't hear any of the music.
Right, they hear it background.
Is there a way to pipe it into the studio so they can hear the whole show, or would we have to go off of our cans to do
This is
that?
an ongoing conversation.
Yes, we've had this conversation many times.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping in late, huh?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Well, Spence and I are divorced because of it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I mean,
But we still have afters.
You just
if know
can't do
what
it,
I'm
right?
saying.
You just can't do it. Because I don't want to create a...
Oh, it would be great if we could. Technically, yes. Will an engineer come in and do it?
How do you do it?
There's pliers and
Screwdrivers?
Screwdrivers.
Lasers? Does it have lasers? Does it include
Laser.
a laser? Well, that's cool. That's too tough. We don't want to do that. So, I was just wanting our Facebook audience to be able to hear our sound effects. Can you see me back there, Tom?
I can.
Because the sound effects is really what makes the show.
Sound effects is the show. The sound effects is.
I can make a farting noise.
All right, Heidi's going to bring us back in.
Welcome back to Rebel Realtors Radio on News Talk 1590 KVTA.
You woke her up.
Yeah,
Man,
I
that's
know.
cold. She just had her eyes closed and started to snore. That really sucks.
She's in the middle of a yawn when
Yeah.
I said it, right? So it's the worst thing. You're taking a sip of milk and somebody says, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, welcome back to Rebel Realtors Radio, as Heidi said. And we're here with Tom Hilton today, and we're talking about real estate and why Meets and Bounce Realty is very different than what we do in the approach that we have. I also want to talk about some fun stories, tell you some stuff that happened to me here, and I'm not even going to make it the Rebel Rant today. I usually do the Rebel Rant. We're not going to do that. Here's the deal. CHP, remember when I got hit by the debris?
Yes.
Okay, I got hit. Did I tell you that story?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going down the road in the fast lane in my truck and driving back.
On the 101, right?
On the 101.
Okay.
I'm in the fast lane and the K-rail's alongside of you. And then there's a car coming, the other car's coming on the other side of the freeway.
Right.
All of a sudden, a really nice sedan like a Audi or a BMW or a Mercedes, or something nice, you can tell, but I didn't catch it. Passing each other probably at 150 miles an hour.
Ooh.
They're doing 75, I'm doing 75, combined speed's about 150. So closure rate's 150. Comes up over the K-rail, and I can see like probably a third, if not more, of the underside of this car.
Oh my gosh.
Both front wheels. The K-rail did its job. It kicked it back into its traffic on that side. But when it came up over here, up that far in front of me, at about a 45-degree angle, 30-degree angle in front of me, all of the debris came off it. So it's exploding and parts are flying off as it's crashing into this K-rail and hit my truck, struck my truck at a closure rate of about 150 miles an hour. Didn't think of anything. Got home, looked around a little bit in the front, but didn't see anything. A couple, 3-4 days later, I noticed that there was a big chunk out of the hood. So anyway, I tried to get it added to the report. I called in, talked to CHP, wrote the letter to the whole thing, and they came back and they denied me, and they just said the time frame from when the collision occurred and when I received his supplemental is the reason why they're declining me. They think I took too long to get it in there.
Right, and this was another thing that happened, and now you're trying to add it in, and that's how they're seeing
I
it.
took pictures.
Right.
It's like, and so now what I have to do, if I'm going to find it, I have to show them the phone records of when I actually called you, which was much sooner to it. I had to go all the way down to Woodland Hills. It's like I'm not driving all the way down there to hand in a sheet of paper, so I was working around my schedule. We're busy.
Right.
And so I just didn't do it. So it's just kind of irks me. So the Rebel may just show up there. So if you don't have me next week again, maybe I'm in jail. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know what I'm going to do.
Try and fight a traffic ticket, parking tickets. It's hard.
But I
It's hard.
clearly got hit. I mean, look,
Yeah,
look at the damage. Look,
I
isn't that horrible?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damage.
You're lucky you weren't killed.
Yeah.
That guy could have come over, he would have killed you.
It would have, seriously.
Yeah.
It would have totally
Been a
blown.
75 mile an hour head-on collision.
Well, 150 with that.
Yeah, 75 each way.
Yeah,
Boom.
but
Yeah.
been done. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy. And then real estate. Let's talk about. I know you guys,
Really? We should talk about real estate?
Just a little bit.
Why?
but I know you guys talked about something last week. You wanna-
That you weren't aware of?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the little secret?
The little secret about you being violated with the...
Violated?
Wait a minute,
What?
don't say it that way.
No.
Hold on, I've only been on the show a couple weeks.
Your violations.
Okay? Yeah, no, I did not violate him in any way,
Part of
all right?
The board violated me?
The
What?
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah, the Board of Realtors, they're an interesting group, and we love them because we need them, and
Yes.
very much respect all that they do, and they work very hard. They just don't, they're not right.
There's some things that we just don't see eye to eye on.
Well, they're wrong.
Yes.
It's not that we don't, it's just,
Just they're wrong.
they're just wrong. It's
Yeah.
not even an opinion.
In this specific
In
instance.
this specific way, they're wrong.
Specific.
Right.
Yeah, so I am writing because I did get fined. I know you guys talked about it. I got fined for a couple of our deals because here's the neat part, back into what we do. This, and Tom has in front of me, he has our marketing plan. And he also has a marketing plan from somebody else, from another real estate company. But the marketing plan itself, and it's set up with specificity that makes it very different, makes the event, selling your home or buying your home, very different than anybody else is doing out there. Well, the board, it takes some offense to that. They are not recognizing how that all goes together with our tradition of real estate. So we're breaking these barriers, And in any time when you're new at something, you break down barriers.
Yeah, it's hard.
You get a lot of resistance, and you get people telling
So
you
you're used to doing something the same way all the time, and that's how we do it.
Tradition.
Don't fix it, it ain't broke.
The most dangerous phrase in language is this is the way we've always done it.
Right.
And that's what they're holding on to. So I wrote a very clear and succinct letter to them about why their interpretation of the violations do not meet with the MLS board rules, nor do they meet with the NAR Code of Ethics and Standards of Practices for our industry. And it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out.
Yes, I can't wait to see what the response is.
Now, can this go beyond that? In other words, let's say they send you back something and it says, sorry, Mike, you lose. Is there a board of appeals or something that you then take it to?
Yeah, Molotov cocktails.
No.
What?
No.
Can't do that? No raid?
No.
No Rebels raid?
So in other words, if you do that, then, oh, that's cool. Maybe I could take your job at Meets and Bounds. You'll be gone. You'll be put away.
No, I'll be put away with the CHP argument before that. So, no, there are things you can do, and you can't appeal it, and it goes one level up, and so I have to go before the board, and I have to make my case there. The waiver panel is a panel of 3 real estate agents, three peers, that will take a look at this, read through it, study the evidence, and determine whether or not,
like our judicial system, the same thing. It kind of just goes up the ladder, and you appeal until it gets Supreme Court.
Yeah,
right?
and hopefully their interpretation or their
understanding.
Yes, because it's an understanding. It's not an interpretation. It's not an opined position I have. It's an empirical one. It says red. They're saying I'm viewing something blue, and they're putting it under the category. It's not true. We are doing it exactly as we're supposed to. But again, because no one else is doing it that way, because nobody else sells homes where you can't see the home, you're not allowed to see the house.
Well, no, you are allowed to see
No, you
the
can't
house,
see it.
but on a specific date.
But you can't see it when you want to see it. So a buyer cannot just go see it when they want. Here's the analogy, Tom. A new movie comes out. Brand new movie. You're sitting around, you watch TV or you listen to the radio, and a new movie comes out. Tom Cruise, The Mummy. Can you go down and see it that day?
No. No, it's not out.
Well, that's the point. You can't see it when they start to promote it. So in the
which is 6 months in advance.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could
like
be.
Star Wars will be any day now. They'll be out there.
Exactly. But that's called promotion. So what's happening in real estate is the marketing mix in real estate, the way it's done today, and that's why that marketing plan that they have there, there is no true marketing mix in real estate today. The board thinks that it prohibits 2 functions in a marketing mix by some of their bylaws and their rules and regulations, but they don't. They just don't recognize it because nobody's taken it to the nth level to say, hey, there's a different way of doing this that would benefit the consumer. And so we can prove it empirically with the data, the outcome of our homes. You mentioned earlier when we came on the show how quickly we sell.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blown away. Every time you say, I'm going to do an open house, it's like you get 3 or 4. I'll ask Heidi the next week, how'd you guys do it last weekend? We had 4 offers above the listing.
And I had a real estate agent.
Silly.
Yeah, there's a real estate agent. Here's that. People listening out there go, well, we're realtors and we get it. And we sell quick, and this market is real easy because, it's a seller's market, so we're going to drive the price over listing all the time anyway. Yeah, but why? Specifically, you can't answer why if you're a real estate agent. You can't say why. It's simply one aspect, one function of the marketing mix that worked to your advantage, but you can't do anything else to enhance it even further. So what happens is, how do you know how high you could have taken it? So you get it over list price, but maybe it could have gone 20, 30, 40 more than that. But you don't know because there is no marketing plan that tells you how to acquire that or do that, achieve that, or to convey it to your client. So I'll end with this, and I want to hear from you, is that I saw a posting on Facebook the other day. It said a big sign in the house, a little, he put a icon in there, and it was like a little gold metal stamp or seal that said, wow, $4,001 over listing price.
Sold.
Bam!
$4,001 over listing price.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, that's what our industry thinks is really cool. I mean, that's it. Ours are not. Ours are $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 over list price.
Right, because you're giving everything on this planet. It is valued, and its perception, and its perceived values, and it's all those things. If you create needs for people to want something, they're going to get it. No matter what the price is. And I've said this many times, and I've done many sales seminars in my life. And I would say if a young lady is going to the prom, or she's going to this special dance, and this is the guy that she's always wanted to dance with. This is the guy that she's in love with in school. And she goes and she stands in front of a mirror, and she tries on a dress at Nordstrom's, and it's $149. And she looks pretty good. She looks pretty nice in this dress. But then there's one that's $399, and she is hot. I mean, flames are coming off her. Which one do they get? $399. They figure it out. They figure it out. They put 100 on this card, 100 on that card, a check for 50, however they got to do it, because the creation of need just happened right there. I need that dress. Now, it's the same thing you're saying on this home. You have the home, and it's for sale. And what you're doing is creating a need for the buyer to want that home so bad.
Marketing.
Yeah, it's called marketing.
They want that bottle of shampoo over all the others.
Exactly. And they are willing to do what they have to do to get that home.
And you know why? Because we've created value. We haven't even talked about that yet. But we create value. So when they come, they find greater value in that home than they can in any other house anywhere around.
Right.
Now, we have our marketing plan fail. And in our marketing plan, it calls for contingencies. In this marketing plan, it does not call for contingencies. Therefore, it's not a marketing plan. You have to have contingencies in anything you do. So in ours, we do have contingencies if it fails. And we can point to specific times it's failed, Tom. And one of them you're dealing with right now.
Yes, I am.
Talk about that.
Oh boy. A house that I just went into escrow on, I had multiple conversations with the seller about things that needed to happen before we went live, and they did not listen to my advice in terms of what they needed to do to make this house
basic
truly
stuff,
special. It was not
within budget.
Within budget.
Right.
Making sure that the buyer wants this house once they get in because of the way that it's done.
Right.
Didn't do what they needed. Buyer came in, we're in escrow. Buyer cancels because their expectations of a remodeled home
are X, not X
have
minus.
These issues,
right.
Yet it has these issues because he didn't do the things that he needed to do to make a buyer comfortable.
And I met with him the other day privately, and I said, if you had dropped in $2,000 more, and I even said, let's just say $5,000, you would have made $25,000 more. And we had data to back that up because we had an appraisal.
Yes.
We also had people talking about it and exit polls, and also pre-viewing polls, because we do that. Part of marketing, we collect data from the consumers. Not what they say will do, but what they'll actually do. So the posts are more important than the pre's, because the pre's are what they say they're going to do, but the posts are actually what they did do, meaning they wrote or they didn't write or they're only writing to a certain level, and why. So it's great valuable data. And so from that data, we can determine the things that we pointed out. And we said, if you would just drop the extra $2,000 to $5,000 in it, you'll make $20,000 to $25,000 more. It's turning around and biting me in the butt right now, and that thing backed out of escrow last night. And it's going to go back into escrow because we have a lot of resources. It's going to go back into escrow, but at a lower amount. He lost money.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And so,
no, but not listening. That's one of the key things is when you find somebody that knows what they're doing, listen to them. You know, I've always been one that's always said, they say, well, who are the people that you listen to? I listen to that guy over there because he's a lot more, a lot higher on the food chain than I am.
Well,
I want to find out how he did it.
Is right.
Yeah.
You're going to want to listen to what they
say. Because we don't know. You don't go to a doctor to get in an argument.
No.
I mean, even if, I know, I've done it too. No, I've done it too, believe me. But I say the average person, when they go to a doctor, the doctor says you got a sore throat, here's erythromycin, whatever, you do it. Okay, so you go there because they are an expert at what they do. You go to Meets and Bounds because now you're getting an expert in marketing. Because I know, Mike, you've got how many degrees in marketing? 2 degrees in marketing. You just got another one here at UCSD, right?
It's Ashford University.
Oh, Ashford University. Now, they're out of UCSD.
No, online in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah, Forbes School of Business.
Okay, so you got your second marketing degree, and all that marketing knowledge is going into a plan on how to sell your home.
Yes, and people don't listen.
Yeah, well, you need to.
And it's okay. Look,
no, that's fine.
I'm not trying to say, look, I'm the panacea. I know I'm all-knowing. I've been accused of being clairvoyant and obtuse at the same time, so I get it.
That's a lot of work. Well, you're coming down a road that I don't know if I can. Yeah, that's way too much for me.
Yeah, that's because you practice too much on fluorescence. So, but people just, they won't listen. Ours is well defined, and it has analogies and data to back it up. So it's not like
proven track record and successes.
To use your analogy, though, on the doctor, when they say erythromycin, it would be like going to the doctor, and even if you didn't trust the doctor, you weren't sure yet, because a lot of our relationships are building new.
Right.
So not everybody goes, oh, you're a realtor, and you have 2 marketing degrees, or whatever, you're just even a realtor, or you're a broker, and we trust you. It takes time to develop that.
Right,
so,
of course.
Just like a doctor, if you went and they said, here's the deal, they would say, well, they might pull out the Petri dish, for example, and say, here's what's happening in your system, and let me show you the damages to your cells that are occurring from this bacteria that's come in. And so what the erythromycin does is it kills this, and it does this, and so you will recover. So they would actually be able to show it to you. It'd be tantamount.
Right.
We can do that. We have the Petri dish.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
which a doctor doesn't.
No.
You know, you just got to go by what he says.
Yeah, but we can show you. You don't have to go by what we say. We'll show it, and then we'll back it up, not based on opined information, meaning our opinion of it. It's empirical, meaning we have track record after track record after scenario after scenario. And we can show you when it didn't work and when it did work, and we can tell you why it didn't work. And if it did work and it didn't work to the level we thought it would, we can tell you why. I mean, there's all this data.
No, the data is very important here.
At the end of the day, we eliminate the dread and inconvenience of selling your home.
That's the bottom line. Let's get to the bottom line here, because you're talking about a lot of things here, and it makes all perfect sense. But when it really comes down to it, people want to know, what price am I going to get, and how much inconvenience am I going to have?
And are you going to be able to sell my home?
Are you going to be able to sell my home? The answer to this is yes. The other answer is there will be very little inconvenience. We're going to inconvenience you one day and send you off to the movies. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
And we pay for it.
And you pay for it. So you go to the movies, you get to see the new Mummy movie.
A meal and a movie.
A meal and a movie, and you come back, and guess what? They're smiling.
Yeah.
Because they've got offers, and they're saying, hey, how'd you like the movie?
Yeah.
How was everything?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You
It's
know?
pretty cool. We have
It is cool.
We have 2 today. You want to talk about those?
Yes.
Where we are?
Oh,
on those?
please, please.
We have 2 going today. So if you want to come by and just even check out, if you're thinking about selling
Mhm.
or you're thinking about buying, and the argument there might be is, well, if we're taking the price higher than anybody else, that's not good for buyers. But it is, because we're providing value. So you're going to pay a reasonable price for a lot more value in the homes on the people that we represent, and we can prove it to you, so you'll be okay as a buyer. Sellers, eliminate the dread and inconvenience, and talk about those. Come by and see us if you're interested in selling. You can see how we do it,
Right.
and you'll see the product we actually provide. We're the first and only in the country that provides a purpose-designed product. Did you know that?
I think you told me that one time.
We are a product.
Yeah.
Who provides a product in real estate? I'm asking you out there. Who in real estate says we have a product? We have a service. We have a product. It's called our Powerhouse Package. Go ahead.
We have 2 open houses today, 2 open house events. We've got one in Camarillo at 219 Paseo Loma, Unit 34 in Camarillo. It's a condominium. It's a standalone condominium. It's not attached to any other property. So
Low
it's
HOA.
Very much like.
I didn't know there was a
single-family.
standalone condominium. I thought they were always attached.
There are some units out there that are not
Really?
attached.
Oh, that's a big advantage.
So it's a standalone.
But low
condominium.
HOA. The HOA is
Very-
like 100 and...
$35.
Okay, that is good.
$35 a month,
Mhm.
and it covers all. It covers the common grounds. There's a park. There's a pool. There's a spa. Great little place, and will be open from 1.
Just
What are you
warm it.
doing? 1 to 4.
I'm just staying loose.
1 to 4, and then we also have one in Thousand Oaks on 1518 Morrow Circle in Thousand Oaks, and
That's
that is
1518 Morrow Circle.
1518 Morrow Circle.
And they can look them up online too if they go to Zillow and
Yes.
just type in, 1518 Morrow, or go and type in what's Paseo Loma?
Paseo Loma is 219.
219 Paseo Loma. It'll pull up on Zillow and you can find it. You can come by. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one in Thousand Oaks is a single-family pool home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So come on out, take a look, say hi, write an offer. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do the whole thing. Just write an offer. That's it.
But you can see how it works, and it's really cool what we do, and you won't see this anywhere else.
We roll out the orange carpet for you.
There you go. I like that. Can I mention this one more time?
Please,
Please get
let's do it.
into our contest right now. We will be drawing at the end of the hour. This is a trip for 2 over to Santa Cruz Island. It is a wonderful experience. Great for you and the kids. Pick up another couple tickets and then go with the whole family over there. 650-1590, 650-1590. Spence will grab it right now. You can talk to the one and only Spence. He's the big star here. And you can Yeah, he will talk to you. I know. Yeah, he's doing his text now. Okay, so he'll speak to you, but get on the list, 650-1590, and go to the islands on us.
Call.
All right, we'll be right back.
As a small business owner,
Landominium, I had one.
Landominium?
They called them a Landominium when I owned mine. Simi Valley.
maybe you want to start
Condominium.
a business.
They said it's because your land
We're not
line is
getting calls
their
today
wall.
on that. I got to get some.
You know, there might be a lot of people that are out and about because it's 90 degrees outside, too. I mean, there was traffic coming in.
Oh, yeah. This is a beach day.
Yeah.
Process can be
Beach day.
daunting, and for a startup, figuring out what to do first can be very
Yes.
I can't get the
Do we have any cups?
There, yes, in the little cabinet above
I
the
can't
coffee.
see it at all.
Well, you're not getting it at all? But Spence has it.
It's weird.
Yeah, I had it. The other thing that's funny about his automobile thing, a similar thing happened to me a year ago.
Yeah.
I called, the guy said, here's what you have to do. And I said, no, I'm the insured. No, here's what you have to do. I said, okay. I called the lawyer. I got $2,000. Cash in my pocket, plus they took care of it. I told the guy, I said, you're not going to play ball? I'm injured. I got $2,000 plus I got my car fixed. Because the guy wouldn't play. And I'm saying, I'm the insured. And the guy says, oh, this is what you have to do. I got a lawyer, I got $2,000. Blah.
Great.
I
KVTA,
won't touch on
hello.
this. I won't say this, of course. But just
Would you like to be in the running? Hello. 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.
Designed to make selling your home more profitable and buying it less terrifying. Lead once, no showings, one open house with an average of
It's nothing.
KVTA, hello.
Would you like a cup of water?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mike.
Lead meets and bounds.
Would you finally get on?
I'll say hi to my sister too. Hi, Michelle in Texas.
Completely rearrange your expectations.
Michelle is
of
in
how
Texas.
real estate
Hi,
is
with
done.
kids. Greg,
We
hello.
are agents of change. 805
It's hot here in California.
1800.
Hot in here.
It's hot. All right, that was air drumming for everybody that didn't see it. All those that did see it.
He does do that.
No,
all the
that was
time,
really
by the way.
good.
Just
I actually thought you were doing it. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
don't get me going, man.
Yeah.
I have happy feet.
Sorry.
I'll dance to
Never
anything.
loved
Yeah. Hey, welcome back. News Talk 1590 KVTA, Rebel Realtors Radio with Mike, Tom, and Heidi.
Last name?
And we are talking about all the things that are status quo and kind of boring about real estate and why Meets and Bounds Realty does it differently and can prove it, can sell homes faster and higher than anybody else can through our powerhouse package, and how we help buyers by paying for a lot of the services that they would normally be responsible for.
They would pay for themselves,
We
right.
pay for that for our buyers. We even touched on buyers. Another show, we're going to have to do a whole buyers show
Right.
and talk about what we do for
Yeah,
buyers.
because you do a lot for buyers,
We
and,
do.
and you're focusing. We're focusing right now, kind of on selling because you're listing homes and all that stuff. But buyers can take advantage of your marketing techniques also,
Yeah.
because you know what the home is really worth. You know, you've done your investigation. You know that if that home is, let's say, some real estate agent took the home and it's $40,000 over what it should be. Okay, you're going to know that because you've done your due diligence
Right.
to figure that out. I want to say one more time, 650-1590, 650-1590. Get into the contest. It's going to be over here pretty soon.
Call
and,
in.
and get some tickets to go over to with Island Packers to Santa Cruz Island.
Don't call in. No one call.
No, they're calling.
I'll be the winner.
No, it's
I'll
too
call
late.
in.
You're not going to win.
Have
Call
people
in to
call?
win. Take me. Take me.
Or I'll tell you
Darn
what,
it.
somebody gives me in this room $100 right now, it's yours.
Okay, here.
Yeah. There you go. Hey,
Here
let me
comes-
bring out something. Oh yeah.
See,
Here
$1?
comes money
$1.
bags.
That's a
Here comes
$1.
money bags.
What's
Okay.
the-
$2? $2?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's in real estate. You guys got all the
I got-
money.
I got a 50.
Yeah, that's where all the money is. Okay. You know, I want to just say you handed me something here from another company. I won't say who it is, but this is a listing plan of action. These are objectives.
Right.
Objectives. And I'm laughing at something here because being a businessman my entire life and owning businesses my entire life, to communicate the results of our activities on a weekly basis.
Is one of the objectives.
How is that an objective? Isn't that your job? Isn't that what you should be doing? And I would certainly be doing it more than that. I mean, I would be keeping people up to date as to what the heck is going on with your home.
Well, they say that too, but it's kind of, that's normal. It's kind of like in a restaurant saying, come on, we have great food, and we plan to bring the food to your table as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of
Well,
given
of course
that
you're going to do that.
bring the food to the table.
Yeah.
But they're defining things in objectives in a 4-point bullet point objectives list that are sophomoric. They're not.
They don't mean anything.
There's
no value to
There's
it.
no value to it.
There's no value because you're not telling me anything. I would be looking at the person saying, oh, but that's your job.
So I got this as a realtor, as
Yeah.
a listing agent, for an offer that was being written where they had a COP, which is contingent upon finding the property or selling the property, their
Right.
home. They have to sell their home to be able to own this home.
Right.
I represent the seller in this one, so if we accept that offer, we have to know that they have the ability to sell this house. Because if they don't sell the house, then this deal is nothing. So that's
Exactly.
risky. So what do
Yeah.
I want to know as an agent representing my client? I want to know how good is the listing agent on this home down in San Diego or wherever the heck that was.
Right. Can he sell the home?
So I asked for his marketing plan, and this is what I get. So we didn't accept that offer, but if I was to call that guy up and say, come on, man.
Yeah.
Tell me specifically how you're going to sell it. Don't go into and we're going to place it. What are some of the other things down there?
All right.
Down
Well,
below.
Oh, God, there's all kinds of things. Price your home competitively and expertly. Okay, that's your job, once again. Develop a comprehensive list of features and benefits of your property for cooperating agents to use with potential buyers.
That's trying to influence them, and okay, we can do the
Okay.
same thing. That's in a SWOT analysis,
Right.
but that's also it's too.
So these are obvious things.
But there's
I
This is
need
obvious.
to say something. That is also
What?
part of the requirement for the MLS. You have to put in the features and benefits of the properties to list the
We already have to do that.
exactly.
How could you not have features? How can you sell anything without features and benefits?
Right.
That's the only way you sell anything. There has to be a feature, and a feature, there has to be a benefit that goes with that feature.
I don't know.
So,
Caroline said I do like 30-some years ago, and
and there was no benefit to her whatsoever. Okay, you showed her a feature that never did anything. Okay, I get it. I understand that. Okay.
What are
Yeah.
you getting her for Father's
Yeah.
Day? With
Hey,
your question?
I might get her a shake weight. Did I tell you I'm trying to change I'm working out now again.
I need
I don't know if I
to.
told
I
you that,
need
Spence, but I bought myself a shake weight, and it's really, it's tough. You can't do that on radio.
No.
I'm glad you're not.
Yeah,
he said-
yeah, that kind of looked nasty. You know, I
It's
don't.
making me turn red.
Yeah. Heidi's getting all heated up.
I'm gonna bring my shake weight
In fact,
in.
it's so hot in here, I'm heated
This
up
is a
right
bunch
now.
of crap. I'm bringing my shake weight in next
It's
week,
pink.
and I'm.
Yes, pink. Is it pink?
Yeah, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Come on,
Yeah,
give me
there
a hard
you go.
time.
There you go.
Anyway,
Does it have batteries?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't have batteries.
Just checking. I'm just checking. I don't know everything. I mean, I
I
need
know,
to
you're
learn.
clearly-
I need to learn about this stuff.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Yes, That's what you're getting for Father's Day from me.
Yeah, hey.
Shake weight.
Whatever. There's people who love to give me some things.
So
that hurt.
No, back to real estate. Bring you back to real estate. The whole thing with the marketing plan is most agents confuse marketing with advertising. They simply talk about
Right.
promotion and placement, but they don't talk about, and they talk about price, but they don't link the price into the promotion and the placement and the messaging. In the promotion, our messaging has got to be perfect. It has to drive the energy, identifying the attributes of the property, and meeting the consumer's psychographics, their interests, their attitudes, and their opinions of the property. So simply by just focusing on placement and ads, we're advertising, we're not marketing. So ours is a 4-phase in front of you there, Tom. It's a 4 phases.
Yeah, 4.
And I think we have down here.
Oh, down here in yours, yeah.
Yeah, 4 phase.
Yeah, you have 4 phases.
And we have like 11 different steps.
Right, that you go through. Okay.
And it's not just the standard stuff. Now,
Right.
an attorney came into my office with her boyfriend. We're selling his home, and she was arguing that he may want to go with a friend he knew in Ventura,
Right.
who was offering to sell the home for 5%. So we put up on the big screen in our office, and I showed her, went through our marketing plan, which this is just one piece for those that are watching. This is just one piece, but it's very comprehensive. We went through that, Tom, and she said, "Wow, I read through it because she had the written material before she came in." She goes, "I read through it. It's very, it's not abstruse or it's not too esoteric, but it's got a lot of language that's big,
Yeah, like the last sentence you just used.
Really?
Esoteric?
I didn't say
What,
the word.
is that what you said, esoteric? What does that even mean?
Can you say esoteric on the radio?
You can.
Are
You
you
can
allowed
say,
to say that?
if it's a word, you can say it.
All
It's
right.
esoteric.
Esoteric?
What's that mean?
There's a morass of paperwork that we have to go through. And
A
we-
morass of paperwork. Okay, so this, I
Did
see
you
where this
just
show
say-
is going,
What
and
did
it
you just
shouldn't
say?
be going there.
Did you just say more?
No, I didn't.
You
I did not
you said
say that.
morass. That's
No.
what you said. There's a morass of paperwork you have to go through. So I gave her the stuff, and abstruse and esoteric means speaking about people's normal level of comprehension.
Like you just did.
Yeah, like I do.
Okay, exactly.
Yes.
Now I understand.
Let me slow
it down for me.
for Tom.
Yes.
So we came in, and so she sat there and said, "Go with the 5% guy. We're a premium brokers because we can back it up because you talked about it earlier. If there's value in something,
Right.
you'll do what?
You buy it.
And you'll pay for it.
And you'll pay for it.
You'll pay
You're
more
not going
for
to look
it.
at the price anymore.
No.
Oh, I'll buy that $399 dress.
You said it earlier.
I'll say,
The dress had value.
With beer, it's that way. I
Yes.
won't buy the
Yeah.
cheap beer. I'm paying for the Dorado that's coming out of that one in San Diego, Ballast Point, and it's $13.99 a six-pack. Why?
Right.
Because it has value to me.
It's
Yes.
better.
It tastes
It
good.
meets your needs.
Exactly,
Yes.
and that's what we're talking about here.
So the marketing plan that most agents put out, it's their sophomore because they just touch on the things that the consumer wants or they think the consumer wants. They're touching on what we call a supply-sided proposition, meaning we're supplying you with what we think you want. So
Right.
the girls, go to the girl in the store. She walks in, she looks a certain way, and she needs to look good, but maybe she gets the dress offered to her by the clerk at the $199.
Right.
And so because the clerk kind of thinks that that'll meet her needs, but it's what the
You're
clerk
assuming that.
thinks.
She's assuming that
That's-
based on her age.
Age, maybe,
Okay,
whatever.
that she's not going to be able to get the $400 dress.
We're providing you what we think you want. So real estate
mhm.
always, in most cases, provides the consumer what we agents think they want. That's called supply-sided proposition. We go to a demand-sided proposition, which is giving you what you want, what you really want.
Mhm.
And that only comes through a very, very detailed, specific plan that includes
Right.
SWOT analysis. It includes assumptions of the SWOT analysis. It includes marketing objectives that are well defined about the marketing mix and exclusivity, limited availability, budget, processes that have to be taken into consideration to get where you want to go.
Right.
Nobody does that stuff. And so when this attorney was in there, I finally showed her all the value, and she says, "Wow, yeah." Because you can spend, like we were talking about before with yours, if the guy spent $5,000 more, he'd make $25,000.
Right.
Right.
But people don't want to see it, or they don't believe it. And our industry really is to blame because we've gotten into such a normalcy of doing real estate. This is the way that it's always done. Click, click, click. That the consumer's expectations, like Henry Ford's customers, hey man, I just want better horseshoes. I don't even know what a car is.
Right.
I just want horseshoes.
Yeah.
I want my horse to go faster.
Don't give me a metal thing that rolls around. Just give me a horse
Make
that
my
goes
horse go
fast.
faster.
Right.
Yeah, so people right now
Right.
have no expectation
Right.
of a
No,
car.
I
They have
get it.
no expectation of this.
Mm-mm.
So once we do this and people sit down with us and really spend a little time looking at a real marketing plan, not that crap you have in front of you, that they realize that the $399 dress is the only dress they can buy.
Right, because it fits all their needs. It makes them look more beautiful than they've ever felt in their entire life, and it's no different than the home. You go into a home, and what's the first thing you do is you obviously look at what people are looking at, but you enhance that. You know, if it's got a great kitchen, that
Well,
great
you want to
kitchen.
fit that buyer's
Exactly, and that buyer is saying, you know, this is what I want. I want a backyard. I want a kitchen, a nice kitchen. You know, good appliances, whatever. And so you're working towards that with your buyer and getting them in there. And then with your seller, you're enhancing the things that they have.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
making it look as good as it can be.
That's right. You know, one of the things we didn't do, all shows, we didn't talk about how people get a hold of us. How can people get a hold of Meets and Bounds Realty?
Well, they can get a hold of us through getorangevision.com.
Okay.
They can get
Orange
a hold of
glasses?
us through rebelrealtorsradio.com, or they can get a hold of us at facebook.com/Rebel Realtors Radio.
Yeah.
You have one more minute for this because Spence is going to cut it off, right? One more minute. 2 people go to the islands on the house here. Meets and Bounds is donating that to you through Island Packers. 650-1590, 650-1590. Get in there. Spence will take calls for one more minute, and then we got to shut it off.
Thank you.
Did we go to break?
No.
No, hang
No,
tight.
fine.
I'm just getting ready to dial in. I want to get on the list.
He just felt,
I don't know why he was
he's just
taking
not
my
paying
phone.
attention that we're on the air.
No.
That's all.
Are we on the air?
Yeah, we're on the
Okay.
air, believe it or not.
There I am.
KVTA
Yeah.
has,
Yeah.
I'd like 2 tickets, please.
Yeah, uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, it could
Anyway,
be.
so get a hold of us.
You don't know.
GetOrangeVision.com, or you can get us at RebelRealtorsRadio.com. Those are great places to go find out if
Get
you
a
have
hold.
questions.
Get a hold if you're thinking. And once again,
What's your
Heidi,
name?
please bring up your open houses.
We've got 2 of them. We've got one in Thousand Oaks,
Phone
1518
number, did you
Laurel
win last
Circle
week?
in Thousand Oaks, and that's a single-family pool home. And we have 219
Okay, what's your
Salem
number?
Unit 34 in
What's your number,
Camarillo,
please?
and
I
that
need your number.
is a unattached
I need your number.
condominium.
I
3+3
need your number.
also has access to a pool and spa in the community. Both of those will be open from 1 to 4.
How much
So
is-
2 days.
how much
2
is that
day.
one?
2 day.
that one is
I don't know.
listed
You
at,
need value? What's the value?
How much is
Okay, what's the value? How much is it listed at?
it's listed at 518.
Okay, yeah, just curious, because I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't heard of
All right, you're in
those
the running.
where
Good
they
luck.
were not attached.
Yeah. Very nice. It's good. It's almost
Thank
completely
you, did a
remodeled.
really-
It's like
Nice
brand new,
decorated.
fresh,
He
everything.
did a
Flooring,
great
paint.
job.
Well, three bedrooms and 3 baths, that's.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Great.
I mean,
2-car
that's-
garage.
Yeah.
Got a nice little backyard. It's really cute.
RV parking.
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hey, are we going to choose right now? Is that what we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
do?
think
Let's do it.
Spence, you're wrapped up, right? So you got one of what, about 40 calls there, so why don't you go ahead and.
Jim Metzger.
Who is it?
Jim.
Jim Metzger?
Jim?
Jim Metzger. Yay!
Yay! Yay!
We are so off
Wow.
today.
I thought you were going to punch me.
Congratulations.
I thought I had to.
That's it. No
Jim
problem.
Metzger, yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I thought we were going to commercial.
No.
Wow.
Okay, look. This
No alcohol in the studio.
This is
next
what
time.
happens when you heat this studio up to
It's
250
really hot.
degrees.
Oh,
It's
come on,
so
I've got a
hot.
long sleeve on.
I don't care. It is so hot in here. I'm
boy.
dripping wet.
You're an alien.
Yeah, I'm
because-
telling you, I'm dripping wet right now.
I am too.
I stink. I smell. I mean, this is bad.
Our brains shut down at like 125. You know, you stop thinking at
And that was your
125.
weight, right?
All right, so we got Steve Metzger. Am I saying the name right?
It used to be Jim.
Metzger. I told you the heat's ruining me.
Sorry, Jim.
Has won a trip for 2, and you have his phone number?
I got everything.
You got everything.
All
Okay,
right.
we'll get it out there to him. Good job, Jim.
I think we're signing off. Are we ready to sign off here in like
30 seconds of
seconds?
glory.
No.
It's the longest
Thank God.
30 seconds of all time.
Yeah, right.
And I think, I've lost 2 pounds today. It's in my shirt right now.
The countdown.
It's
Goodbye.
too hot.
RebelRealtorsRadio.com or GetOrangeVision.com. That's where you can go. You can also ask for Orange Vision glasses. We'll give those to you. Awesome gifts. And come and see us. Okay, at the fair.
Hear news talk.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Ventura Santa Paula Hot Star.
Congratulations, Jim.